So I pretty much, not pretty much. I have every single printer printing these dragon eggs right now. Um, this one here, I'm not sure what's going on with it. It really is just like I think maybe there's a problem in the hot end or something. Because here's this one, and it's just printing just fine for me. I'm not having problems with it. This one, um, I'm pretty sure everything's all sliced the same. I just keep having problems with support and things like that where it just like goes bad or something. I don't know. Maybe it's not adjusted right. I don't know. Something's wrong. But this one here seems to be fine. It is the same printer, and I'm not really sure. It's just it kind of like does that crap. They've got Z Hop enabled on both of them. It's like boogery or whatever. I don't know if you can adjust the Z while this thing is actually printing. Some of these you can, like these ones and stuff. I mean, you can totally adjust them. This one you can adjust the speed of both the move speed and extrusion speed, which is nice. You can adjust that on the fly. At the temperature in the fan. But I don't think you can adjust the Z offset at all. This particular printer, I've seen this screen on something else. I forget what it was, but you see how it shows like extruder 1 and 2, or hot end 1 and 2. So I guess maybe this software was, you had like some dual print head type 1. But this one here, what I've done sometimes is I'll just stop the print and I'll go trim all this with the nippers and let it resume its deal. And I think that's what I'm going to do because it's just kind of nasty. And then the other thing, which I think is the contributing issue, and this one has a sock on it and the other one does not. And I'm taking the sock off because I feel like it's just making it too hard to clean this thing. So we're getting filament behind the back side of it, and yeah, so then you just drop boogers on the stuff while it's printing. This one doesn't have the sock. I prefer not to have the sock. I don't see the sock doing anything other than protecting you from burning your finger. And the one thing that does kind of drive me nuts about this one is it constantly weeps. The filament isn't being fed, but it still craps out stuff as it sits here all the time. So maybe the temperature's too high. So like, literally, it just keeps coming and coming. So we'll go click resume, and now it's going to drop a booger down where it was. But anyway, whatever the hell it may be. These skewers are really good. You can get in here, then do something as long as the printer's not burning too fast. I'm going to turn my temperature down, and oh no, doesn't want it to be that low. Doing 225. I think this stuff is rated somewhere in the realm of that anyway. This is different. I feel like this is real PETG. I feel like this is fake. I don't trust this company's stuff. They say 220 plus or minus 10 degrees. And that's just kind of an odd temperature for PETG. So, in fact, yeah, let's go 220. Because it's just crapping out of the tube. So maybe it's just too hot. So I will see. But these two printers, different filament brands, same slicer settings. This one here looking a million times better. The grid on here doesn't have any voids in it. It's a little bit earlier in the print because I started it later, but it just looks a lot better. So I don't know what's up with this one, but we'll try and get them both dialed into the same. There's also, I think maybe I heard some slipping on one of these extruders. This one, maybe. I don't know. These are actually better than I thought they were. These they're Titan clones because they've got the gear reduction. And what I found is that the gear reduction on the extruder kind of gives the printer a little bit more fine control of the filament, rather than like a dual gear. And there doesn't seem to be any problems having a plastic gear, because, you know, it's not the surface that's touching the filament. So one of these, actually this one, used to click all the time, and what was going on was there's this little bolt in here, you can see it, but it wouldn't adjust, and I forget if it was all the way in or all the way out, but it was stuck, and when you would turn the knob, the bolt would turn and this wouldn't change. So there was an issue with that. So anyway, I don't know if this is a Creality hot end, like assembly, or what it is, but it's based off of something else, like maybe a Neo direct drive, because the motor's on the back side, it's not on the front, and it's not over this direction. And but we've seen this design on other stuff. So what's nice about these printers versus all the other two printers that I have, the other ones are very proprietary. These are not. I could take this off of here tomorrow and order any hot end that slides on a rail like this and just swap it out, and I'll just have to, you know, deal with the wires. But I'm not going to be able to do that with this thing here. There's no way. This is totally proprietary. And a lot of the printers now are becoming proprietary. So the way I predict it would be, in 10 years you won't be able to get any parts for this thing. But these, well, even if you can't get the parts, you'll be able to buy a cheap 10-year-old printer that's broken and take the parts off of it, put it on this, and get it to print. And, you know, I mean, you can print 50 to 100 millimeters a second, probably go even faster, you know, if you do some other stuff. And there's no reason you can't convert one of these to a linear rail. So anyway, I'd actually kind of like to do that, and take one of these and convert it to a linear rail, and just to see if there is any real benefits of doing that. What I need to do is I need an actual original Ender 3 and modify the hell out of it for the learning experience. These are a little bit advanced compared to an Ender 3, and I don't need a printer this big to go fast. In fact, it would make it harder, but it would be nice to take an Ender 3 and go through it and do all that cool stuff. Just a thought.